Hello and welcome back. Today is a very special video for me. In fact, it's a very special occasion because I have reached 100, no, not 1,000, 100 subscribers, which means quite significant. I've been languishing in the 50s for some time. However, over the last 6 weeks, I've really decided to have a change of heart, change of habit, and really try and do 2 or 3 videos a week and try and put a bit more effort and a bit more research into them. I do it, one, because I love it and I love the comments and the interaction I have with you, my viewers, but also this guy deserves it. A caliber, or an artist of the caliber of Elvis really deserves that, and nothing less. He's got me through some tough times in my life and he's got me through some happy times, and he's always been an ever present part of my life, and it's part of payback really for me, and if I can do that by sharing in the greatest medium that I believe that he did, which was his music. Of course, yes, he was a film star, yes, I get that, but for me, I'll always think of Elvis as the great recording artist that he was, the great humanitarian that he was, and the great giver that he was. And for me to do this is an honour, and it's a privilege. So anyway, today we're at 100. Let's see if tomorrow we can push it to 101. So today I am doing Elvis The Last Movies as an album review. Now this is for a viewer of mine called Louis. Louis, sir, I would attempt your surname, however I wouldn't want to embarrass myself or you, so I'll just pop it up on the screen for you. But Louis asked me to do this album, Elvis The Last Movies. A great album, once again designed by Jimmy Carpenter, very striking design work, and as the title suggests, it is The Last Movies. It consists of the last 4 Elvis movies that he ever made before he got out of the movie contracts and he got back into recording live on stage. In between this, we had the 68 comeback special, which aired in December of 68. And then, of course, January, we go to American Sound, and then the rest is history. Elvis's career starts skyrocketing once again. Now, this comprises of, as I say, 4 movies, 3 from 1968, Live a Little, Love a Little, Charo, The Trouble with Girls, and How to Get Into It, and Change of Habit. Now, Change of Habit is the only one that's from 1969. I'll open up the inside of the album for you. As like most FTDs, they are gatefold, and it basically gives you a brief film synopsis, obviously, of each film, and what musicians and what dates and where these were recorded. Now, most of these were recorded at in Hollywood, at Universal Studios, United Western Recorders. What else have we got there? 2 United Western Recorders, Samuel Goldwyn Studios, Hollywood, and there is one that was recorded at an American Sound Studio, which is Rubbernecking, which of course Rubbernecking would be omitted from the film Change of Habit, as would Let's Be Friends, but it is included on this set. Now this set comprises of 2 albums, really, Almost in Love and Let's Be Friends. Now this is the UK of Almost in Love, which I think, personally, I prefer it to the United States cover, even though this is an RCA International black label cover from the mid-80s. Quite hard to get hold of. I only got hold of that, I think, last year sometime. But it's nice because it does enable me to finish, or in part to finish, my RCA International black label collection. So actually delighted to get that. It doesn't often come up for sale. Almost in Love, which I say, a striking post from 1968. Now 1968, the voice of Elvis is very different. You can hear it in the background. We've gone from the polished, smooth ballad era of the early 60s. We've gone through the mid 60s, where we've gone from 65, harem scarum, you know, if we're all honest, it's not the greatest of films. Equally, the soundtrack isn't great. I do have a couple of guilty pleasures on that album, Kismet and So Close Yet So Far. In fact, I was having a conversation with a new friend I've made in America last week, and you know, we were very similar in what we liked, and So Close Yet So Far was both one of our favourites. We then move, obviously, from Harem Scarum. We get to Double Trouble and we get to Clambake. Now, of course, a lot of these albums are buoyed up with great bonus songs. And then, of course, Elvis needs a change of direction. He gets that with the comeback special. And, of course, then that leads to him going to American Sound in '69 in January. And in July, we're back in Vegas, conquering it as he would for, you know, the next decade, or not quite a decade, obviously, but for the next 7 or 8 years. Great covers. I actually like these albums. They are really interesting for me because, you know, the song track selection is very unusual. You know, apart from The Trouble with Girls, where you've got Violet, the Whiff and Poof song, which, to be honest, I cannot stand. They didn't really get official releases. There would be the odd single, but the majority of them came out on a bootleg box set called Behind Closed Doors, which came out in the 70s. I believe it was the late 70s. I don't actually own it, but I'm not really that bothered because I hate Violet as a song. And if you go to the back side of the LP, as I like to call it, there are really some stellar songs on this. A Little Less Conversation, Wonderful World, Edge of Reality, Almost in Love. That's basically repeated on side 2, but obviously with lots of different takes. Side 3, Charo. Now, Charo is the song that I'm going to showcase for you today. I'm going to pick out the rough mix, which is very sparse. It's got the guitar, the drums, which are fabulous in this, and the bass. And as I say, it's a rough cut mix, and Elvis's voice is I love Charo. I think it's a really strong film song, and I'll play it for you today. And please let me know in the comments what you think about it, because it is great. I think it is. Charo, Let's Forget About the Stars, another great song, which unfortunately was omitted from Charo as well. So why is it on this album? That's why, because it was meant to be included, but unfortunately it got pulled. Whether or not they couldn't find a scene to use it in a Western, possibly, I don't know, but it does showcase on here, and it is a great take as well. Clean Up Your Own Backyard, Swing Down Sweet Chariot, Almost, Signs of the Zodiac. Come on. I don't like them. Obviously they're here for historical significance, but I really don't care too much for them. And it's very unusual for me because I love lots of Elvis, of course I do, but there are certain songs that, I'm going to be honest as well, I don't think they're particularly great. But of course he was doing the best that he could do with them, and you know, Elvis turns his own imitable style on them, and he makes a bad song sound half decent, as he did throughout his career. But of course the great songs he would make epic. Change of Habit, Let's Be Friends, Have a Happy, Let Us Pray, Rubbernecking, Almost, and Charo. As I say, Charo, the rough mix, which I will pick. There you go, there you have it. In terms of sound quality, it sounds really good. It's one of those that I think FTD went through a stage of recording them at very low levels, and it's only with Tickle Me and Elvis Sings Memphis, Tennessee, that the sound quality has started to, or the sound volume is, I think, is at the right recording level now. But this one, you do have to get a bit of sound. So when I do play Charo, it will be up halfway, but that's very necessary to get some real decent sound from this. So Louis, that was for you. Please let me know what you think in the comments if you have this album, because it is a great addition to the FTD collection. Please, let's get to 101 subscribers. Let's thumbs up, subscribe for new people. because a large percentage of my viewing population, I think it's about 67%, are those people that are just dropping in on, you know, the off chance. So if you like what you see here, please do subscribe. Lots of great stuff coming up. If there is anything that anyone else would like, then please put it in the comments. My next one will be Stay Away Joe. I'm really sorry I couldn't do that one today, but it would have been far too much to do 2 albums in one go. Anyway, we'll end off with Charo, and you'll see what I mean about the sparse recording with the guitar and the voice and the drumming. I love it. I hope you'll love it too. Because hopefully I can drop it right in the break before the song. And thank you very much, and TCB. Thank you. Come on, Eagle Eyes, do not let me down today.
Charo, O&B, take 9.
With eyes that hide the man within, you see behind the eyes of other men. You've lived and died and come to life again. And now you're standing alone at the crossroads of your mind. You've left your yesterdays behind. But which road leads you to tomorrow? Charo. Your back on yesterday, betrayed a man who swore he'd make you pay. For when you left, you took his pride away. You know he'll never let you break away so easily. You'll have to fight before you're free. But how much more time can you borrow? Charo. Now in a single moment your past grows dim. One thought goes racing across your mind. You ride to meet the woman you stole from him. Oh no, Charo, don't go. Charo, don't go. There's something hanging in the wind. Your past is catching up and closing in. You've been halfway to hell and back again. And now you're laughing the devil's face with your last breath. You'll run a race with life and death. But will you live to see tomorrow? Charo.
Quite a long fade out on that. Thanks for watching. TCB.